The president of Kazakhstan has met with the vice president of Bulgaria. Kassym-Jomart Tokayev greeted Ilyana Iotova with warmth. The president highlighted that her visit is very noble since it is related to topics of the Bulgarian diaspora in Kazakhstan. Meanwhile, the fifth generation of Bulgarians has been living in Kazakhstan. Ilyana Iotova is grateful to the president of Kazakhstan and his warm welcome. We have a common history of long-term cooperation. Thus, we respect Bulgarians and appreciate the cooperation with your country. We think that relations between our countries are developing successfully. As part of the UN General Assembly, I had a meeting with the President of Bulgaria, Rumen Radev. In terms of the Bulgarian diaspora, they reside in Kazakh regions of Pavlodar, Aktobe and Karaganda.
То они в основном сосредоточены в Павлодарской, Актюбинской, Карагандинской областях.
I read your State of the Nation address. I am very impressed by reforms in socio-economic and cultural areas. Let me once again express my gratitude on behalf of the President of Bulgaria. As a member state of the European Union, our country will have the common position of closer cooperation between Kazakhstan and the EU. We appreciate our bilateral relations and we think that there are other areas to further cooperate. As part of the World Investor Week, representatives of the Astana International Financial Center held meetings in 6 cities of Kazakhstan. They held discussions on consumer protection in financial services, fundamentals of investing, the business environment in the AFC, and other topics. Students and professors, as well as attendees of the Academy of Public Administration under the President of Kazakhstan, took part in seminars and lectures of leading experts in financial literacy and investment culture.
Мы видим достаточно серьезный интерес со стороны потребителей.
We see that both consumers and business communities have great interest in opportunities provided by the AFC. They are eager to know about what kind of securities they could offer here and in what they could invest. They also want to know about how investors and issuers' interests are protected. As a member of the AFC, I think that the consumer protection is important and prioritized. We plan to further continue organizing such events.
Такие мероприятия будем стараться проводить и дальше.
Мне интересно послушать, во-первых, про инвестирование, потому что я также ищу инвестиции для своего.
First, I would like to learn about investments, since I'm looking for the investments to develop my project, which is related to animals. This is an online platform designed for pet owners or farmers. The investment area is not developed very well in the Commonwealth of Independent States. Attending these events, I learn a lot about useful things, life hacks, and I get to meet new people. This is useful than reading theory only.
А именно каких-то конкретных вещей, лайфхаков. Ну и плюс знакомишься с людьми, потому что люди приезжают и достаточно открытые. Это полезно.
The World Investor Week is organized annually in 80 countries under the auspices of the International Organization of Securities Commissions. Ecuadorian authorities have started arresting shopkeepers for increasing food prices. The government informed that 20 people were detained. Rallies continue in the country for the 4th day. Protests began after President Lenin Moreno signed a decree on abolishing diesel and gasoline subsidies, which resulted in increased fuel prices. In the last decade, this protest is one of the largest in the country. A ferry left the Greek island of Lesbos carrying 570 migrants. All of the migrants are classified as vulnerable, single mothers and unaccompanied minors. At the moment, 13,000 people live in the Moria Migrant Accommodation Center in Lesbos, though the camp is designed for 3,000. Another mass rally occurred in Hong Kong. This time, protesters are against the ban on wearing masks during street demonstrations. According to the introduced law, the protesters face a year in prison for wearing a mask. The protesters have blocked the main streets of the city, causing traffic on roads and preventing the movement in subway. Many shops, banks and restaurants have been closed. The valuable image of Kazakh society was presented in the capital. A team of Kazakh scientists showcased the 2-year research project. 1,600 people were involved in the project, initiated by the Friedrich Ebert Foundation. Participants included both urban and rural residents.
Анкета была очень большая, почти 35-40.
A survey was very long. It took almost 40 minutes to fill the survey. The survey was divided into sections related to political, family, civil and labor values. There was a social and demographic section indicating main socio-demographic parameters such as gender, age, nationality and representation of different groups of the population. The result is a mini model of Kazakh society. To date, a family is considered as the highest value for all the segments of society, including youth. This is an obvious result of our research. In this case, traditions contribute to a modernization process, establishing a solid foundation. One of Kazakhstan's important exhibits, famous Saka warrior, was presented in Malaysia. The National Museum of Kazakhstan and Kazakh Ministry of Culture and Sports have organized the event. During the 2 years of implementing the project, 10 European and Asian countries have learned about the nomad civilization. In total, nearly 646 exhibits, including the animal-themed jewelry, have been arrived in the capital of Malaysia. Our main goal is to showcase our ancient history to the world. We are very thankful to Malaysia for giving us the opportunity to display exhibits in one of the largest museums. There is interest in the Golden Man. In addition, we presented Taksai Princess, which is another highlight of the exhibition. The Taksai Princess attracts a lot of attention as well. Cultural and historical heritage of nomads increased great interest. Visitors have been very impressed by the ancient warriors' clothing, with gold-plated images of argali and snow leopards.
Well, the exhibition is beautiful, it's very nice, and it's also a source of knowledge for many people that have not been in Kazakhstan. It's a way to get to know the history of the country.
По информации Министерства культуры
According to information of the Malaysian Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, over 50,000 people are expected to visit the exhibition in Kuala Lumpur. This exhibition will contribute to further reinforcement and development of cultural cooperation and exchange between our countries.
а также культурному обмену.
The Great Step History and Culture exhibition will last until the end of October in Kuala Lumpur. The Horse Thieves, Roads of Time movie was premiered at the Busan Film Festival in South Korea. This project is produced by Kazakh and Japanese filmmakers. The Golden Palm winner and actress Samal Yislamova starred as the lead character of the film. In the film, Samal Yislamova starred as a woman who copes with the death of her husband. She said that the role was interesting. I agreed to play this role when I was starring for Aika movie. It was difficult to fly back and forth on my own. The actress wants viewers to understand the message of the film, which is to appreciate humanism and every person's life. Famous Japanese actor Mirai Moriyama also starred in the Horse Thieves film. He played the role of the Kazakh man. I arrived in the set not knowing a single word in Kazakh. I had to work hard and learn from the very beginning. I didn't know the meaning of some words, but I tried to convey them as they were explained to me. I hope the audience will forgive my pronunciation. Japanese film director Laisa Takeba has learned a lot about Kazakhstan.
韓国の映画祭にも呼んでい
In
た
the film, the family loses its leader. It reminds me the collapse of the Soviet Union and how Kazakhstan developed during the years of independence. We didn't want to film this movie, but film director Yerlan had a new vision and attitude regarding the young people. Thus, we created a film, trusting his experience. The Horse Thieves film will be presented to Japanese viewers as well. The film will be showcased at the Tokyo International Film Festival in November.
The Peaks of Asia exhibition is held in the United Kingdom for the first time. More than 50 works of artists from Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Moldova and Russia are presented. Paintings are drawn in genres of landscape, expressionism and portrait. 15 Kazakh artists sent their works to London, including talented painters such as Yelena Fursa, Fariza Nurpanova and Bibigul Smakova.
Уже 4 года занимаемся тем, что объединяем творческих людей с Центральной Азии и
In the last 4 years, we have been committed to gathering creative people in Central Asia and promoting their creativity in the UK through exhibitions, concerts, and presentations. In June this year, the first Eurasian Film Festival was organized successfully. Seeing the kindness and hospitality shown by the Romford authorities and the attention of the public who lives in East London, we decided to return here.
Внимание публики, которая живет в Восточном Лондоне, мы решили вернуться сюда.
Мы хотим Центральную Азию показать,
We want to show Central Asia and our artists who paint in a different way, showing our landscape as well as the nature of Central Asia and nomads.
Центральной Азии, я так думаю, и которые мы как кочевники.
The event was organized in one of the local centers. 60,000 people visited every day, which means that art of the Central Asian countries can be introduced to many residents of London.
Seeing pictures, many of which evoke the landscape of Central Asia, particularly of the mountains, but also tranquil forests and rural scenes, and some much more intimate pieces, still lives, which reflect perhaps the personality of the artist as well.
Residents and visitors of the capital of Uzbekistan have enjoyed Melody of Nomads concert by Camerata Kazakhstan Orchestra. The concert, held in the Tashkent State Conservatory, included vivid works of Kazakh and Turkic composers. The concert was opened with Balbaraun famous key by composer Kurmanghazi. The creative team has been working for 22 years. This year, the team marks its 23 years. There are many young and talented musicians in our orchestra who are laureates of international competitions. We try different genres a lot. For example, we perform jazz and rock music. To date, these genres are very popular.
Я в восторге от сегодняшнего концерта и просто невозможно передать словами от ощущения.
I'm very impressed by this concert. I can't put my feelings into words. I loved sound and mastership of artists of Kazakhstan. I like Kazakh melodies and I follow works and performances of Kazakh musicians. Today's event made relations between the two countries even more warm and friendly. I think that such cultural events only bring our two fraternal nations closer together.
Я считаю, что такие культурные события только сближают два наших братских народа.
The Concerto Barocco play was premiered in Astana Ballet. The play was created in 1941 and is still part of the repertoire of the world's leading theaters. The ballet has no plot. There is minimalistic use of costumes and scenery. The one-act ballet of George Balanchine is staged by his student, French choreographer Nanette Glushak.
Осы балетке негізі 2 апта ғана берілген болатын. Бірақ та бізбен бірге жұмыс істеген
We had only 2 weeks to prepare for the ballet. It wasn't difficult thanks to joint work with Nanette Glushak. She helped and worked mentoring us when there was something wrong.
Өзінің ақыл кеңестерін беріп, бізбен бірге жұмыс істеді.
Мы танцуем и классический у нас.
We perform both the classic repertoire and the neoclassic modern repertoire. The national part is presented very well. We work showcasing all genres.